Hey guys, Evan here back for another video, and we're going to be discussing how to use the Facebook Creative Hub to help your Facebook advertising efforts. This is a very nifty little tool within the Facebook Ads Manager that, in my opinion, is very underutilized. And what this tool allows you to do is pre-plan your Facebook ads ahead of time. And you can create what are called mock-ups, which are essentially rough drafts of your ads before you actually launch them. Now, why would you want to do this and create mockups ahead of time? One of the really neat features is that if you have team members and you want to share these ads before you actually publish them, you could do so via a link through the Creative Hub. It's also important because from a productivity and efficiency standpoint, the more that you could batch create things ahead of time, the more time you'll save. So this is the same reason why I'm a very strong proponent of batch recording my video content that I post here on YouTube, social media, things like that. It's way more efficient to get in the flow of things and record several videos in one session. It's the same exact thing with your Facebook ads. If you guys can create the next month or next couple months of ads just ready to go, that is going to save you a ton of time. So you no longer have to spend days going back into the ads manager and dedicating a whole session just to changing things around, updating the ad copy, the creatives, etc. If you can do this ahead of time, this is what's really going to make your life a lot easier. So without further ado, let's dive right into my computer and I'm going to show you guys how this tool works. All right, guys. So once you are inside the Facebook Ads Manager, you are going to see these three little lines up here, which is all tools. You're going to want to click that and then come here to where it says the Creative Hub. So most likely you won't have anything living in here once you arrive, but I just started to create some things as examples. So I'm going to show you what I did. But the first thing that you're going to want to do is click this blue button to create what's called a mockup. And similarly to how you would create an ad in the Ads Manager, it's going to walk you through the exact same process where you make sure that your page is selected, you upload what image or video you want to use, you can update your ad copy, the headline, etc. All of these things. So as I said, I already have some created, so we're just going to use that as an example. So we're going to click on this. And this example is going to be for a residential cleaning service that I just created on my mockup, my dummy page over here. But again, we're going through the same exact process of what you would want to do to create a high converting ad. So the very first thing that you'll probably notice in these examples is just simply an image with overlay to capture the eyeball a little bit. So we have this text, more relaxation, less cleaning. That's the pain point. Book your summer deluxe cleaning. So that's our call to action. And then over here, as you can see, we have the primary text of ideally what someone would be looking for upon hiring a cleaning company. And, the website we're sending them, the headline, etc. So if you guys have specific ad frameworks that you're following, once you create your first ad, you can now very quickly create A/B tests, also known as split tests, which is basically when you test only one variable at a time. So let's just pretend that we wanted to run the same exact ad, keep the same image, the headline, except change out the ad copy for something else. You can also do this within the Creative Hub, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So we have our first ad created over here. We're going to come back to mockups. And now you can simply click these three little lines and click duplicate. So now we have the duplicate over here on the left. We're going to click that. And now let's just try and keep the same naming convention, but I'm just going to write short copy. And since we're keeping all the variables the same except the primary text, we're going to delete this. And then now we can create a shorter version of this. Awesome. So ideally, you would probably want to put a little bit more thought into this, but I'm just kind of showing you, to understand the fundamentals. So we changed the primary text. We're keeping all the other variables the same. And then now when we come back to mockups, make sure we check the show in ads manager. So it's going to be ready for the ads manager when we're ready to launch the campaign. Now you can see we have both variations here. So we could also do this. Let's say we wanted to duplicate this, and now we're just going to change the image, but keep all the other variables the same. So that is essentially how split testing ads works within the Creative Hub. But again, we can also create something from scratch. So let's just do that. So you guys are going to select your Facebook page, Instagram account if you have one, and then this is where you would go to upload the media. So let's just say we wanted to do another image ad, and let's just pretend we're going to do a before and after photo like this. So it's going to tell you what it recommends based on dimensions. Depending on how your photo is cropped, sometimes the suggestions make sense. Other times you'll want to keep it on original because it might crop out too much of the image, depending on which placement it's going to show on. But you'll have to make the decision for that. All right, so we have a before and after photo. Primary text, this is where you guys would put out your pain points, calling out your audience, describing what your solution is, how it can benefit their lives, etc. The headline, this is ideally your call to action, just reiterated. Your description, and then of course where you're sending your traffic to. So your landing page or website URL you would put there. And I'm sure you guys know the basics of how to create an ad. So that is pretty much how you would do this. Again, once you're done, you click on mockups, click on this blue button, show an ads manager. And now once you've done this, when you guys come back to ads manager and you go through the same exact process of creating a campaign from scratch. So let's just do this really quick. Let's pretend we're doing a traffic campaign. We're going to skip through this. The ad set, this is where the budget and targeting takes place. Which placements you want to show on. But when you come to this last section over here where it says new traffic ad, of course, once you select your page and everything, see, most people are used to creating an ad from here, doing everything from scratch. But now that we have our mockups created ahead of time, we can do this really cool thing where under ad setup, instead of create an ad, we can actually use a Creative Hub mockup. And look at that. The rough drafts that we just completed about a minute ago are now appearing. So if we just pick one of our examples and press confirm, everything is going to pre-populate from the image, the primary text, the headline, the description, etc., the website, all of that, and you guys can hit publish. So this feature makes a lot of sense for those of you that are running Facebook ads at scale, and you already know that you're going to be testing specific ads in the future. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So one example of this might be, let's say a specific holiday is coming up or a specific season, and you guys are running a promotion for your business, Black Friday sale, things like that. It can be really beneficial to come into the Creative Hub and get those creatives and ad copy and headlines all ready to go and have variations ready to go. Because as I said earlier in this video, one, you can share it with your team, but also this allows you to come into the ads manager with things ready to go and be able to publish things with the snap of a finger. If you guys are using this feature for your Facebook advertising, do me a favor and drop a comment below and let me know what your feedback has been like. And if this is your first time using this tool, be sure to comment or send me a message if you have any questions pertaining to this topic. But I wish you guys the best of luck. And last but not least, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so to receive more valuable content like this. I'll catch you guys in the next one.